Hello, good afternoon, and welcome along to the slightly later than usual Euros Daily Podcast. It's 4:32 p.m. on Monday, the 14th of June. I'm Joe Carter, and I will be your guide through this fantastic festival of football known as Euro 2020. Lots to get through today, with 4 games to review and 2 to preview, including reaction to Scotland's 2-0 defeat at the hands of the Czech Republic just now, and England's victory over Croatia at Wembley yesterday. Don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I enjoyed that one quite a lot. We'll also talk briefly about Denmark and the latest news coming from Copenhagen. All of that to come here on Euros Daily. Comment, like, subscribe, allow notifications, and most importantly, please share this video. If you think you know someone who might like it, bung them a link, get them to watch it, do the same, and we'll all be good. Alongside me is the danger man, the number 10. Everything goes through him, so make sure you double mark him. It is, of course, Mus. How you doing, mate?
Afternoon, mate. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. If a number 10, you're definitely the number 6. Holding things and linking it all up from the front of your attack.
Nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Although I fancy myself as more of a 10, so I'm a bit disappointed. But, you know, I'll take the leadership role, the 6 and the armband. That'll do me. Where else to start than England-Croatia yesterday? Now, silly question I'll start with. Did you watch it?
Of course I watched it, Joe. Country.
What did you make of it? Talk us through it. Talk us through the game.
To be honest, I thought it was the perfect game. Gareth Southgate got every single major decision right. The start of the first half was exceptional. England started really well. Then there was a bit of a lull in play, really, where perhaps the afternoon heat was getting to the players, but they kept going and they ground out the win. And I think it's worth remembering all the firsts that they achieved yesterday, just so that people don't take it for granted. This is the first time in 9 attempts that England have won an opening game at the Euros. This is Raheem Sterling's first goal in a major tournament for England. And yeah, I think there's room for improvement, but that was a great start.
Raheem Sterling scoring in his own backyard as well. The boy from Brent, come good at Wembley. So fantastic. I mean, who was the main man for you?
Well, I'm tempted to say Sterling because I tipped him to be the main man, and I love the vindication. But and he could have had an assist to go with his goal when he set up Phil Foden in the first 15 minutes, and the shot came off the post. But I think, and he may well have been the official man of the match, but I think Calvin Phillips deserves a mention because I was just checking back to the formation and the starting lineup in 2018 against Croatia in the semi-final of the World Cup, where England were outnumbered in midfield. They had lost control of the game in that area. And I think the addition of an extra holding midfielder next to Declan Rice in Calvin Phillips made all the difference. And he got forward for the all-important goal and got the assist for Sterling.
Yeah, I think Calvin Phillips, we saw a different Calvin Phillips yesterday, didn't we? We saw more of an 8, more of a box-to-box, and it's sort of something that Southgate kind of kept under lock and key. You know, no one sort of saw it coming, and it was decisive in that game, the role that Calvin Phillips played. Someone who agrees with what we're saying is Roz. Roz can't be with us today. He's been benched yet again. Mus, you're keeping him out of the team, mate. But Roz has sent in some feedback for us. These are Roz's rankings. So number 1 ranking is Southgate, tactically spot on, hero. That's what it says. Number 2, Sterling. Considering the pressure he's been under, he was immense and put in an amazing defensive shift, which I didn't think he had in his locker. Number 3, and here's the shot from Roz, Calvin Phillips, Leeds player Calvin Phillips. It says F-U-C-K. Unbelievable. In fairness to my totally unbiased criticism, I've never seen him press so far up like that for England or Leeds, and he was blinding. Unreal performance. Number 4, Tyrone Mings. Dear Lord, what a beast. Maguire can't get back into that side. He had an incredible game, says Roz. So, very positive response from Roz on the England performance yesterday. Anything else to add, Mus?
Just yeah, there are so many positives. Roz has touched on many of them there. I think another positive was that he didn't have to use Grealish. And I think, despite all the clamour for Grealish to start and to feature, let's not forget that in one of the pre-tournament friendlies, he came off and had to put an ice pack on his shin, and he still has these niggling issues. So if you don't need him, all the better. Save him when you need him. So once again, Gareth, absolute hero.
Brilliant. Okay, let's move on from England then and to Austria versus North Macedonia. So we're not going to stay on this one for too long, but if you could, Mus, could you just give us a real quick wrap of the game?
Yeah, so the first goal was outstanding from Austria. It probably was the goal of the tournament for about an hour and a half until the Netherlands. Really good goal, volley at the far post from Liner. You could say he cruised it in. Liner cruised it. And we said it would be a close game, and that North Macedonia would give Austria some trouble, which they did. The romantic in me said that Pandev would do something, and he got his dream moment, having postponed his retirement to play in this tournament. Knocked in an equaliser, but then unfortunately, I think North Macedonia really tired, and around the 79th mark, Alaba whipped in a great ball, and Austria took the lead. And then in the dying stages of the game, 85th minute, Arnautovic came on and rounded the keeper for Austria's third.
Sealed the deal. And that one leaving Austria top of the group because of the other result, which we'll now go on to. Netherlands versus the Ukraine. Who saw this one coming? What a game.
Yeah, I think the entertainment value is definitely high. I think what we saw, though, is why the Netherlands aren't going to be serious contenders for the title. They went 2 goals up in the second half. Kind of like messy goals, I'd say. Wijnaldum kind of following up on a ball that was spilt by the keeper. And then the second goal, you could argue, should have been ruled out, but VAR didn't. The kick, literally, I think it was Dumfries was right in front of the Ukrainian keeper, and you couldn't see the ball. But anyway, they went 2 up, and everyone thought that was the game done and dusted. But Ukraine, to their credit, came back. An absolute worldie from Yarmolenko, who I must apologise, I didn't even realise made the squad. But I was obviously not checking a reliable source. But he announced his presence yesterday with an absolute. That's his bread and butter, right? Iron Robin tribute act. That's bends into the top corner. And then a header a couple of minutes after to bring the game back to 2-2. It's a shame Dumfries didn't score the leveller because his first name is Denzel, and I wanted to make a Denzel equaliser joke. But anyway, he popped up with the winner to prove it wasn't a training day for the Netherlands. 3-2, and Ukraine are heartbroken, having pulled themselves back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, who'd be a Netherlands fan right now, huh? Like, that was stressful viewing for the Dutch. But it kind of...
But there are plenty of things one can do to relax after that game.
Very good, Mus. Love it, as usual. Okay, let's then move on to today's fixtures. And Scotland faced the Czech Republic earlier. Didn't finish too well for Scotland, losing 2-0. Patrick Schick with a sickening blow just before half-time. Went in 1-0 down and brought Shea Adams on early second half. Didn't seem to do much, though.
Yeah, there's a real, unfortunately, a real lack of quality for Scotland up front. Dykes had a chance late on. Keeper saved it with an outstretched leg, but I think that was really what counted against him. Because in the first half, in particular, they had some really good patterns of play, especially on the left flank, and especially through Andy Robertson. Yeah. But they just couldn't finish it. Couldn't finish any of their chances. And I think the expected goals was 2 to Scotland, 0.47 for Czech Republic, which I think tells you how well taken the first goal was, the header. And then especially the second goal from almost, I think it was 50 yards out. Jack Henry, the Scotland midfielder, a bit like a confused vegan, let chicken when his shot got blocked, and then he just launched a beauty left-footed strike over the keeper.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And well, I mean, the assists as well from two names we know very well from doing EPL Weekly, Vladimir Sufal, Thomas CZECH. Were they the standout players then, Sufal, CZECH and Schick? Or is there anyone else to watch out for in terms of kind of England facing the Czech Republic in 8 days' time? Or 7 days' time?
Yeah, I'd say those are the three main players. You know, two of them England know very well. Sufal did a great job of nullifying Andrew Robertson as the game went on, as well as contributing to the attack. But Schick, yeah, 25-year-old Leverkusen striker with two really well taken chances. So Tyrone Mings will have to keep a close eye on him when England faced the Czech Republic. And by the end in Hampden Park, it was a bit like my student days. Czechs bouncing everywhere.
Mate, too much. It's too much. I see you brought Helder Costa along for the party as well today. Okay. Let's crack on then and preview the two games that are coming up this evening. First up, 5 o'clock from St. Petersburg Stadium in Russia. There will be a crowd in to watch Poland against Slovakia. Is there anyone else we should be looking out for other than main man, the number 9 for Poland? The teams are out and he has been selected, surprisingly. It is, of course, Bobek, Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah, I think Lewandowski is the main man for the Poles. I think Marek Hamzic is that kind of equivalent iconic talisman for Slovakia, although he's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think one would expect this to be an easy win for Poland, although I don't think they've ever scored more than a single goal yet. They've never scored, have not scored more than one goal in their 11 games at European Championships. So it might not be the highest scoring of games, but you'd think Lewandowski would get on the score sheet.
Yeah, marking him though is none other than Milan Skriniar, who's he's no pushover, is he? That centre back.
He isn't, but yeah, Lewandowski's kind of bullied the best defenders, in European football over the last year and a half or so. Probably deserved the Ballon d'Or last time round, had it not been suspended for that year. So I'd still fancy him to score. Okay,
fair enough. So what's your prediction for this one, Mus?
It seems like it's a tournament of firsts, so I'm going to go for Poland scoring more than a single goal for the first time in their European Championship history. 2-0, Lewandowski score a brace.
Okay, brilliant. We just had a comment come up on the YouTube stream from Tom reacting to the Scotland game. He said, Scotland huffed and puffed, but in the end failed to rise to the misplaced expectations. He said they will raise their game against England as you'd expect, but in the end, England should have just enough class, hopefully, to win, I'm thinking there. Thanks for your comment, Tom. Remember, if you're watching this and you're enjoying it, get in the comments, give us a shout, like, subscribe to the channel, allow notifications, and share the pod. Pass the pod on to someone and let them know what we do, and we can grow the family of people right here on Euros Daily. Okay, one more game to preview then for this evening, and it's one I'm personally looking forward to. Spain versus Sweden from the Estadio Olímpico de la Cartuja in Spain. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome for the pronunciation. I'm wearing a Spanish football shirt today. Thought I'd rep. I don't have a Spain shirt. Closest I've got, though, is a Real Sociedad shirt. As you all know, I'm a big fan of the mighty Reala. So, Mus, predictions for this one, please. Spain, Sweden.
So I think there's a lot of pressure on Luis Enrique. He made some really controversial decisions in his selection. We all know, didn't pick a single Real Madrid player, didn't call up Sergio Ramos. He also only selected 24 players when he could have gone for 26. And he was joking that, the more players you have, the more likely that COVID's going to spread. And that's been a real issue for them. They have had, Sergio Busquets, for example, has been having to self-isolate. I think this could be a draw, to be honest. I think Sweden play quite a solid old-school 4-4-2. And although they won't have Ibrahimovic, I think they can frustrate Spain today. So I reckon this will be a draw. My But it'd be interesting to hear what you think. And my stat of the day is about Spain, so let me know if you want me to drop.
Yeah, go
I
for it.
mention it.
Go for it.
So there are more players in Spain's squads who have played for Rochdale in the past 2 years than Real Madrid.
And who are they?
Well, I think it's just the one player, and that's Robert Sanchez.
Oh.
So while he was at Brighton, he was loaned out to Rochdale and made 26 appearances in League One. So yeah, that stat was from Richard Jolly in the Independent.
That's awesome. Nice one.
Real Madrid,
You completely caught me off guard there. I'm like half asleep. Sorry, but yeah, nice stat. So what was your prediction again? Remind me, miss.
I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1. Okay, and who's the man of the match going to be?
It would help if I knew a single Swedish player, or one could come to mind. But
Kulusevski's probably the danger man, is he? Dejan Kulusevski. If he plays,
I'll go for a Spaniard. I'll go for Gerard Moreno.
Gerard Moreno. So you reckon he'll be the deciding factor? Okay, well, I back Spain a bit more, if I'm honest. I think Spain under Luis Enrique, you look at their squad, it's still very, very good squad, regardless of, you know, the fact that Ramos isn't there, the fact they don't have a recognised striker. They won 3 tournaments in a row. You know, essentially, I mean, they had Villa and Torres for the first one, maybe 2, but they didn't have a recognised striker for the third one. Certainly Fabregas, who is, you know, a central midfielder. He's not even an attacking central midfielder, really. And he led the line. This time they've got strikers. They've got youth on their side as well. Ferran Torres, Mikel Oyarzabal. I think they're very dangerous attacking wide players who have yet to be introduced to the world stage properly. I think this is their tournament. And yeah, I fancy Spain big time. I'm going to say 2-0, and I think Ferran Torres will be the main man. He's a one to watch for me for the tournament as well. Also, I'm really looking forward to seeing Pedri. If Pedri starts, he has been amazing for Barcelona this season. Great young talent. He literally is ready to fill the boots of Iniesta. So I'm not saying anything that big just yet. He's ready to fill his boots. That's all I'm saying. But it will hopefully happen soon. A fantastic player, Pedri, to watch out for. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 and Ferran Torres. Okay, should we have a quick look at the fantasy table before we go?
Let's do it.
Let's see how it's going. Let's just open this tab. So currently sitting top of the fantasy football table, the EPLW Euro 2020 table. There's 20 members. If you want to join, the league code is in the description of this video. And people have joined late, and their points have counted. So get joined in, and you might still be all right if you join before the end of game week 1. Top of the table is Dominator. That's Dom, DB92 on 56 points. Reminding us that captaining Lukaku was probably a very good idea, and he lucked out with Hradeski in goal for Finland. Second is myself. I don't care. I love it on 49 points. Then it's Roz County, the mighty Roz. I'm just scrolling down to find you, Mus. They are 10th on 30 points. And let's have a look at the bottom, shall we? David Bucknell is on 8 points. He's bottom. And his team name is 0 points. I mean,
that's determinism.
It is. But to be fair, he has got 3 France players and 2 Germany players in there. So you never know. He's obviously banking on that game being like 5-5 or something. But yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me today, Mus. This has been Euros Daily. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, allow notifications, and share this video. I'm off to go and watch the game. Looking forward to this Poland-Slovakia game, as well as Spain-Sweden later on. And if that's not enough football for you, at 10 o'clock, it's Argentina-Chile in the Copa America. So smash that on BBC One or Red Button or iPlayer or something. Go and have a look at it. It should be good. Catch you later, Mus. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
See you tomorrow.